Hey guys, um, long time no see, and just want to give you guys an update. I think the last time I uh, did an update was like maybe more than 2 months ago. So yeah, just want to give you guys a catch up on what's going on. Um, as far as tick wise, not much happened. Um, Um, Although I guess I mean it's kind of been a roller coaster actually the last few weeks. As you can see, like I mean if you've been watching my other videos, you know that um, I have been going to neurofeedback, hoping to kind of help with my tics and anxiety and everything else, and most importantly my dystonia, because that's like the most painful thing to me. Um, the fact that if I try to concentrate on anything or just kind of like sort of pay attention to anything, um, then all the pressure in my head just kind of builds up from the dystonia, and it just feels like someone's crushing my head. And so I kind of through this time, like after I got diagnosed, I didn't, because before I didn't really know what was causing me to tick. um, I didn't know what this pressure and these like really tense feelings come from in my head. And after I was diagnosed with dystonia, I realized that, um, and this is what I tell myself, I guess, in a way to kind of sort of like justify, things, because sometimes you kind of have to just look on the bright side. I sort of realized that the reason I have my tics is because I don't have to tick actually, but um, I would just be in tremendous pain from the dystonia in my head and in my face, in my jaw, sort of this area, or sometimes it might be behind my like in my shoulder. But my body actually is so smart that it learned to adapt by ticking. Because every time I tick, like you can see my shoulders, you know, or I'll do this, or a lot of weird things. Every time I do that, it resets the dystonia. So it's kind of like my body helping me in a way, because it knows that it's a lot of pain, and it kind of just sort of does what makes me feel better almost. So yeah, so my tick comes from the dystonia. If you guys are curious, it's not Tourette's. I was once told it might be Tourette's, and after I saw the movement disorder specialist, turned out it's not. But I'm happy that I have a diagnosis. I'm happy that I know what's happening to me at this point versus not knowing. Um, so what has been different? I think last time I talked about starting neurofeedback treatments with eyes closed, and um, um, that actually has helped somewhat a lot. I mean, I don't know, honestly. There's off days, there's good days, there's bad days. At this point, I try not to focus on the neurofeedback so much, because when I put so much weight on, you know, so much hope on something, um, especially for like conditions like this, like that, I get disappointed. I mean, unfortunately, like usually it's not a quick fix like that, like because otherwise, I guess no one would be ticking. Everyone would just have found the solution. So I kind of just let that hope go in a way of that I'm not gonna be ticking anymore. Um, and I sort of, I guess, kind of just try to teach myself to learn to accept it. And I have actually done quite a good job for the last, I want to say, the last 2 weeks ago, because I had a spring break, and during that spring break, I didn't have to go to school. So it gave me a lot of, um, I wasn't as anxious and things like that. It was, I felt a little better. So it gave me more, um, how should I say this? Like I was kind of practicing every day, sort of working myself up to just being able to um, be open about it. And so when school came around a week later, I just kind of went to school and just started ticking, like as you see now. And everyone's kind of like, "You okay? What is wrong with you? Like stop shaking." And I mean, I feel a lot better when I tick. And it's kind of, so it's I guess, like, I was really happy the fact that I'm ticking, because like I said, I feel a lot better, and it feels free to not have to hold back or like suppress something and constantly thinking about, oh my god, what if I do this, or what if people see it. But again, this didn't it wasn't every day I wake up and just like, oh, today I don't care. It's like constantly battling, constant like preparing yourself, and battling the thought of self-consciousness, and you know like, it doesn't come naturally. You have to work at it, and I have to work at it, at least and I do. And there's days like today and the last week has been really hard. Like, so I had a good 2 weeks of just not caring at all, and just sort of like, yeah, whatever. And 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 after that, last week has been really hard. I kind of had a setback and just sort of like went back into my little cave, and like didn't want to face things. I was having, and then like yesterday, like I just could not, for the sake, like for the life of me, focus on anything except my tick. But then I was like with people, so I couldn't just let it out, which made it worse. It was just I was really disappointed in myself, almost like, oh, like, like just being hard on myself. Like, how come you couldn't? I mean, you did this for 2 weeks. How come you, like, out of nowhere, you're like sort of being self-conscious again, and just kind of, I don't know, just being really hard on myself. And um so yeah, and I don't know, I guess I'm just, and then there's other things like, you know I I've not completely accepted that if I want to relax, I cannot stop moving. Like, it's not like some people where they have Tourette's, where they kind of tick for a little bit and then kind of goes into like a little cool moment and then start again. For me, it's like, it's almost, if I could describe it, I would say it's like Tourette's and Parkinson had a baby, and that would be me. That would be, I mean, that would be my tick, my sort of tick, because it's just a constant, it's more like a spasm. And yeah, so I was just having a really, really hard time accepting this. And but I'm gonna try to actually start filming me in public, because I think that's something that really helped me, look, watching other people's video when they are taking in public, because it gave me a lot of hope. Like, it motivated me to be who I am in a way. And I want to do that for you guys. And I have been walking around just literally taking in public, and around school, around people. I'm kind of talking to this guy, and I just do this nonstop, like, and I feel embarrassed. I mean, trust me, I'm like, just, you're trying to cuddle on a couch, and like the vibe is sort of like a chill vibe, and you just like this. I mean, it's awkward. It's really awkward. And but like, I guess I have to really, really try hard to convince myself that nobody else cares. Literally, nobody cares. Like, if I tell people, or people start to wonder, I mean, and I tell them, they're just like, oh, okay, like, whatever, who cares? And it's, even the guy I'm talking to just sort of like, everyone has their shit, don't even worry about it. But I worry. Like, I mean, it's my tick. This is how I feel. You don't know how I feel. And to me, it's a big deal, and I worry. I'm sorry. I wish I don't have to worry about it. But I mean, it just goes to show that like we put so much emphasis and pressure on ourselves on things that just doesn't even really matter as much to other people, or like as embarrassed as you think it is and things like that. um but yes, I'm gonna start trying to do that, and just, so you guys can see other people's reactions, because honestly, nobody cares. Like, people might look at me and like in a curious way, but nobody said anything rude to me ever. um you know it I guess maybe just we're all grown adults, I don't know. Anyways, so that's kind of just the update. I mean, I want to show you guys how my tics look like now. It's mostly this shoulder shrug that just don't stop, or I would start doing like weird facial things, or jaw, like stuff like that, and it's pretty constant. Um, and yeah, but and today actually I had a really really hard time. I just not get out of it since yesterday. Like I said, since I had that whole, oh, my neck hurts. This is not a tic. It's just my neck is just in a lot of pain a lot of times. But yeah, so um, yeah, like right now, like my mind is just on it. It's just, it kind of just like really bad, and I could not get out of this mindset yesterday and today. All day I was just having a really really hard time, and I was crying. I was really depressed. I mean, I go through days where some days are just so bad and some days are not so bad. And today and yesterday was definitely one of those days, and the past few days actually. And so I called my best friend and just, talked to him, and he really cheered me up. And kind of, he told me that, um, I don't even remember honestly exactly what he told me, but he just pretty much said, you deserve to be who you are, like, um, I know you, and I know you're a great person inside. And I mean, he's he told me, I mean, for someone like my age and feeling insecure and about certain things that you can't change about yourself, it definitely impacts a lot of things like relationships and things like that. And um he pretty much told me, like, because I actually know him from a long time ago, and he's like, honestly, Grace, it's because you don't like me, but if you actually like me, I would love to date you in, like, you know a, a split second. I wouldn't even think about it. I don't care what you have, honestly. Like, you're a beautiful person. I know you're beautiful inside, and that's kind of all that matters, and you deserve, you know to be you. And I don't know, I guess just hearing from somebody else again, just the reminder, really just, it's something I needed to hear today, I guess. And because, you know things hasn't been easy. And then also my, derealization from the anxiety and things like that doesn't help. Like, it's really hard for me to, I mean, it's really really frustrating that my dystonia is the worst when I try to concentrate on something. So, when I'm actually trying to feel and like pay attention to something, I take more. So I don't know, I guess it's just very hard to deal with. Just besides just the physical tics, it's a lot of mental things that kind of really is hard on me too. But I guess at the end of the day, what I want to tell you guys is that I'm working on improving myself, by, slowly, um, doing my best to accept it, um, regardless how bad it is. Um, and I hope, and I'll keep you guys updated. I hope, you know, my journey can inspire you guys too, to accept who you are. Yeah, and another thing I noticed lately is with the tics and stuff, um, I start to stutter a lot too. Like there's just my mind just so fast, and I my speech can't catch up almost. So it's just yeah. I mean, me ticking and stuttering at the same time, no big deal, whatever, you know. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, just wanna give you guys an update, and I will keep you guys posted in a few weeks. And I guess wish me luck. Hope I can stay strong and just keep pushing and you know try to be not as ashamed of what I have and just kind of own it, I guess. So I will continue doing that, and I hope you guys will, you know, take care too. Yeah. So talk to you later. Bye.